Good morning. Y'all gonna get a double portion of us today.
Hi, I'm Linda.
I'm Mary, Sisters in the Kitchen, and we're gonna do this no-bake fruitcake. And this is a recipe that our Aunt Elsie made, I guess, Linda, when we was a kid.
Yes.
I mean, as far as I can remember back, she made these fruitcakes for Christmas, and I don't like the baked fruitcakes. I just don't like them. I don't know if it's the spices.
The citron.
I think that's what it is, and I don't care for that. So anyway, I know that y'all probably have a lot of other ways that y'all do y'all's fruitcakes, but I'm going to show you how we do ours. Now, I buy the box. It has 3 sleeves in it, and I fixed them in the food processor. I crushed them up like this. I crushed them up. And I just left one sleeve out. If you don't have the food processor, you can put them in a baggie and use your rolling pin or a meat cleaver or something, and just grind them up. And I just saved one to do that. Now, that is, would you throw that in the trash for me, please? One of these boxes is 3 3/4 cups of crushed graham crackers. And like I said, I've already ground them up. And I did candied fruit. Would you hand me that bowl over there, Linda? The one, yes. This is the green candied cherries.
It's a small container.
Yes, a small container. I think it's 8 ounce. I put 2 of them in. I'm gonna tell y'all this, the best that I can remember. I've never written this down. I made these. I used to make them every year after I got a family of my own, but I hadn't made them in 2 or 3 years, and I'll tell you why I haven't. I love them, but that's the problem. I have on Christmas, and we have so many desserts until half of my cake doesn't get eaten, and so I put it in the freezer, which they freeze well. They'll stay in the freezer probably up to a year. 6 months, I'm going into the freezer and I'm slicing me off a little slice, and so it got where I was eating too many. So, and then you do, I do a big container. Those containers, Linda, would you hand them to me? I'll show you. I washed these out so you can see. I did a big container, which is, how many ounces? It's 16 ounces of red candied cherries. And Aunt Elsie, Linda, you remember, she used these cherries.
Maraschino.
Yeah, she used the maraschino cherry. And I did use about a half a jar, but I used 1 large jar, and I'll put them in here. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because this is so sticky. After you get a little bit of your fruit in there, run it around your graham crackers, and that way all the fruit won't be stuck in one place.
That's a good idea.
So
And you have pineapple in there too, right?
Yeah, I got pineapple in the bottom of this. And then I got one showing the container. It's the same size. I used 2 2 green cherries and 1 pineapple.
And these are 8 ounce containers.
And I cut these candied fruit in half, is what I done. But I'm gonna run this graham crackers over this fruit so it'll separate. It separates. Ooh, that sure does smell like Christmas. This smells like Christmas so much.
It's one of my,
I
love
it
this
smells
stuff.
good.
And Mary, I started to, you know how I'm always grabbing stuff and throwing it away. I started to throw the box away, and that, you don't want to throw the box away, do you?
Well, no, I know. Aunt Elsie always put it back in the box, but I'm gonna tell you my little experience with that box. It's hard
to get it in there.
It is hard to get it back into that box. So I'm gonna use a loaf pan. I lined it with wax paper, and I'm gonna use a loaf pan.
I tried it, and
it is so hard.
It's so tight.
I know, and it can be done. I've done it, and then you have to tie the box together. Sorry, you have to tie the box together because it feels so tight. Okay, now I'm going to put a half a cup of chopped dates in here. And again, I have to separate. This is a big bowl of the stuff.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of fruit but it does fit. I can rest assured you. And I don't like, Linda, you know, you can buy the mixed fruit.
Yeah.
I don't like
No,
that.
I don't
Do
either.
you?
I
don't
don't.
like it.
If I'm gonna use candy fruit, I buy it. I'm gonna buy them all separate.
I found a pineapple that I didn't chop in two. It's too big of pieces just if you leave it by itself.
That looks so
Doesn't
good.
it look good? Doesn't it smell good?
It does.
All right. Now this ain't all of it.
Did I take something away?
No, I need a cup.
Here.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm gonna need a cup of chopped pecans. This is this year's pecans too. I got from the church. I'll just set it over there. And the raisins. I use golden raisins.
I love the golden ones. I think they're so pretty.
I use a cup of them. This is a lot. First time I did this, I said, there's no way I can get this in here. But Aunt Elsie was still alive then, and she convinced me you can too. And you can get it all in there. Yeah, thank you, Linda.
Are you going to put this in another bag before you
I
put it
probably
in here?
will. I probably will. Because I want to stay fresh. I might do something else with it. And if you don't cut your cherries and your fruit up real small, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it don't need to be big chunks, but when you slice it after it's ready, you're gonna be slicing the
It
fruit.
slices them, yeah, it does.
Because you slice it in small
Really pretty.
small pieces. Because it really is rich. You can't eat too much at a time. And a lot of people melts their marshmallows, but I don't.
Aunt Elsie kept hers home.
Yeah,
didn't she?
I like them home because I like to get a piece of. Well, you can call it 2 cups. I overflowed one of them.
I'm going to sneak them.
All right, go right ahead.
Mary, you remember when we were kids and be Thanksgiving or Christmas and Aunt Elsie, Aunt Sylvie, Aunt Faye, Aunt Laverne, Mama, and Mom, they'd all be working, doing something. That Mom had that long deep freeze, and Aunt Faye always made fruit salad.
Yes, I know what you're gonna say.
And she peeled the grapes.
Yes, that's where Linda gets all of her
I'm
professional.
particular.
Yeah.
My Aunt Faye, who
Faye.
I'm named after,
Yeah.
she peeled. She still does it
She
today.
still does it. Takes every seed, 86. She takes every seed out of the grapes and peels them grapes. It takes her forever to make a fruit salad, but it's a good one.
She sure does.
This is 1 can of Eagle brand milk.
And this is condensed milk, not
Yes.
evaporated.
Exactly.
And they'd have pies, and they cut them in little tiny pieces because there was just
So
gobs
much
of
food,
pies
yeah.
and cakes and fruit salad and all this fruit cake.
And you notice I got gloves on. Okay.
And this spatula here, I don't know if y'all noticed it or not, but this is like the other big spatula that we use, and these are both Wilton. They're 1-piece silicone, and that's why we love them, because they don't come apart. It's just 1 piece.
I like them because you don't get water inside them. And
They're hard to clean, and I wind up throwing them away.
Yes. All right, you just mix it. You just keep mixing it. I changed my clock. But that's not. Is that Christmas music?
Yes.
I was trying to find Christmas music, and I couldn't remember which one it was. But I did switch it.
You started decorating for Christmas.
Well, I've got a little bit done, but not much. It's always a big job for me for Christmas for decorating, because I like to decorate.
Mary goes all out.
Yeah.
She does all kinds of decorating.
I like to decorate.
My decorating is pretty slim.
Oh, your tree is beautiful. I haven't even got my tree decorated.
I'm not a decorator like Mary is.
Well,
Mama always
did.
decorated too.
Yeah. All right, Linda, if you'll hand
Ready
me
for
that
orange
orange
juice?
juice. Yes, please. Okay, now show them that can. I got my hands full.
Okay.
Show them what kind it is.
It's Minute Maid frozen orange juice. This is 12
They
ounce
don't have
can.
small cans anymore. Have you ever found little small
No,
cans?
you used to could find the small
Yeah.
ones. You can't find them anymore. Or at least I
I
haven't been able to.
can't either. All right, would you put me about start out with a tablespoon. We just put that orange juice in a bowl so I can get to it, and just sprinkle that around. This is pure orange juice concentrate. Put another one, and we're gonna start with 2. We may not need but 2, but it's just because to make it, it flavors it really good.
It does, and it's not. It's like Mary said, it's not diluted. This is just pure, thawed out orange juice from the can.
Yes. That smells good.
It does smell good.
But I think that's all we need is 2
Just
tablespoons.
okay.
Because it's moist. That's what you want to do. Make sure all your graham crackers are moist. Now, if you'll bring that pan over here,
Pan?
I'm not putting it back in that box. I don't want people to see how hard it is.
You want it on this side?
Yes, please. And I just lined a loaf pan, and the wax paper don't like to stay in there, but that doesn't matter because when you start packing this, I guess I could have showed them. You show them? That's how it looks. It's moist, but it's going to stick together when it gets very much. And then now I'm going to pack this as firmly as I can in this pan because it slices really pretty. But it's hard to get back in that box. But I know anyone else that did it, and I've done it. But the box wants to bend, and
Elsie was an
she would
excellent
tie it
cook.
with a string. Remember how she tied that? How that box
She'd
together?
always make more than one.
Oh,
she?
well, see, she had what? 5 boys?
She had 6 boys.
6 boys, yeah. And
And as long as I can remember when we were little, she brought one down there.
yeah, and then
to
one for her
Lily's
family.
Christmas.
Yeah.
And then she made one for her own family.
Make sure all this. I just noticed there was a little patch of graham crackers that wasn't stirred good, so you want to get that all stirred good.
It is really starting to look like Christmas when we start doing Christmas
I
baking.
know. I love Christmas time.
About I don't know how long before Mama died. Before she had the wreck and got down, we would on Thanksgiving Day when she would come to our house. As soon as we got through with eating, we didn't Black Friday shop then. I guess they didn't do that much back then, but we would go in the kitchen and we would start mixing cookie dough.
Mm-hmm.
And what I started doing, and I did this by accident because we made so many different kinds of cookies, I would mix up the cookie dough and put them in containers. Some of them I shaped round, some of them I shaped square. I wrapped them real good, and I put the baking instructions in it, and I froze them. So when we got ready to bake some cookies, you just take out what you need. Like if you wanted to fix a tray of cookies to take somebody, you didn't have to cook them all at the same time. You just cooked as many as you needed. And we did that on Thanksgiving afternoon. That's what we did. It was so much fun.
Thanksgiving afternoon, we used to look at the sale papers after they started having this Black Friday. But this year was different.
It was different. I didn't get out at all. Didn't even leave the house. On Thursday.
Well, I went to Linda's, my daughter's Thanksgiving Day, and had a good dinner. Real good
Y'all had
dinner.
a really nice dinner. I love the pictures.
And then Shelley did a Zoom with all of us.
I know.
That was so much
That
fun.
was so sweet, but y'all didn't tell me about it. I looked hideous, and everybody else looked nice.
I forgot to tell Linda, bless her heart, that I would be so aggravated if you did that to me. Not really, but I would have wanted a forewarning.
Well, next time I guarantee
You was in bed, wasn't you?
No, I had my pajamas on. I was on the couch.
Oh, okay.
Next time I'll know.
I'm sorry. You know what? I knew they said they wanted to do it, but I never did really find out for sure that they were going to do it. I thought they had changed their mind, and then I forgot to remind Linda.
I kept getting these dings on the phone, and I looked down and it said Zoom call. It was 1:14. It said 1 o'clock. I said, well, I'm late for that.
All right, you can take that pan away, and you can see I got that whole bowl packed into this little container. And it was much easier to do than that box would have been. Y'all have been on here another 10, 15 minutes watching me wrestle with that box, because I've done it.
I tasted that raisin. It's got that orange juice on it. Oh, my goodness, that's so good.
That orange juice, it didn't take much, but it'll flavor this whole cake. Okay. I think I have patted it, Linda, till it's as thick as it can be. And see what I'll do is I'll wrap another piece of wax paper on top of this. I gotta wash my hands first. And then I will wrap this whole pan in saran wrap. Now there's something that you may not know, but when you're putting something in the freezer, you wrap it with saran wrap before you, if you're gonna wrap
Before foil.
Before foil, because that foil, when it gets in the freezer and it freezes, it tears. And when it tears, you got your food exposed. So you need to wrap anything you put in the freezer in saran wrap first. So,
Oh, that looks so
okay,
good, Mary.
I'm gonna take these gloves off and
That's
wrap
beautiful.
it.
So pretty.
And what I'll do is I will take a picture. It has to be in the refrigerated at least 8 hours. But I'll tell you, I leave it in the freezer. That's one reason I wanted to do this early, is because it will be in my freezer until we have our Christmas. Yeah. But I'll take it out before then and show you. What we do is we slice it down the middle and then slice it this way, because little squares is about all any person will eat at one time. So just do it down the middle. And if you've got friends or something, you might want to slice it and put it on a little sheet, a little sauce or something, and take to your friends or your neighbor or something. Okay.
If you want something different that's not the traditional fruit cake, you need to try this.
Yeah.
It is really worth your time and effort.
So, got to wash the counter off, and then I will wrap this up. And another thing, I'll wrap it 2 or 3 times. I don't just wrap it one time. I'll wrap it this way, and then I'll wrap it this way, and then that way. I don't want any air in there. And then I'll put foil on top of it. I think that's it.
So,
that's our no-bake fruit cake.
We love y'all. Thank you for following.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.